This is Creative to Creative. Together, we deep dive into the creative and production processes of leading creatives, finding out what makes them tick, how they do what they do, and the challenges along the way. This is Creative to Creative, powered by Motion by Design. This week, we're interviewing Sophie Pank. Sophie's built her marketing career inside some of the world's most recognised and respected brands, including Xero, the Commonwealth Bank of Australia, Deputy, American Express, and Morgan Stanley. She's recently set up her own marketing consultancy business, Front of Mind Marketing, to share her marketing experience and knowledge with early funded tech businesses looking to grow market share quickly.
You know what they say, if you marry a builder, your house never gets built. It never gets finished. And my own brand is MVP at the moment. I just launched the business to see if there was appetite for people using me as a consultant. And if it takes off, then I think I'll come back and really look at my own brand in a lot more a lot more scrutiny. At the moment, it's a Squarespace font.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, and there's definitely some issues going on with the usability of it. But you've got a website. You're in the running, right? And like you're also in business to business. And I think we all understand business to business. If people know who you are, they know of you, or they can see your history. It's really. It doesn't matter. Like you just walk in the room, they know that, they trust you because you've got a history. They probably already know you. You get clients from referrals, and your own brand is always going to be this evolving beast, really. I think, especially when you're starting out, like our brand, I don't even know what our brand is anymore. And the language on our website, I update probably once a month, just try something new, give it a go.
Yeah. 100%. Got to get out there and test it and see how people respond to it, right?
Yeah, exactly. So what sort of, I guess, awesome industry techniques that have you learnt the secret to, I guess, working with probably what I would imagine pretty large budgets? Like, is it all ABC testing to learn what works, or?
Industry techniques. It depends. Okay, here, I'll try and make this not complicated, but it honestly depends on the industry.
Make it complicated. Make it complicated.
We've got smart listeners. But it depends on the industry that you're there to serve, right? So when I worked at Deputy, our biggest industry that we were selling into and were our most loyal customers was the hospitality industry. And you go in and you learn about hospo business owners. Those guys have no time. And the whole concept of hospitality is that it's built on relationships, being hospitable, and that's how they want to be sold to. And that's, it's a very, very different industry to market to and sell to your accountants who are online. They're at their desktop every day, and you can get in front of them with long form content, or they love to come to events. Hospitality workers just don't have the time. They'll go to events if there's free beer, or if you're a referral from a friend, because it's such a tight-knit community and there's a lot of voice, references through friends and stuff. So there isn't a one-size-fits-all solution, and that's why I always, when I'm starting with my projects, I'm always starting with the audiences, because I want to understand who they are as individuals and then the ecosystems that they live inside, because otherwise you're just throwing good money after bad when you're coming out with your marketing strategies.
Yeah. So in the creative world, like creative agencies, advertising agencies, I feel like we probably do the worst job advertising ourselves in a way. So, I mean, there's a few things going on. So like creative agencies and advertising agencies generally don't market. They sort of think it's a bit of a dirty thing, and it's obviously business relationships and that type of thing. But then there's that next level of language on the website that everyone says, we're unique. We make unique stuff, and it's just all the same. Like how do you sort of see from a marketing perspective how, one creative might stick out from the other if everyone's providing a unique service?
Yeah, 100%. Okay, well, The first thing is, and I've already said it, is know your audience and come back to your existing customers and spend time with them and say to them, why did you choose me over someone else? Like, what is it that makes me stand out from the crowd? What I do with my clients is I go in and I just look at their website and I'm like, okay, if I'm looking at this, your value prop is you save time, you save money, and I don't know, give people more time, a better, well-rounded life. And I go in and I look at their top 3 competitors and I look at what their unique selling proposition is. And if it says exactly the same thing, I map it on a chart and I look at it and I say, okay, there is a space in this industry to be talking about something completely different over here. It's a really simple exercise. It probably takes a day, but it means like you can play from an SEO perspective, you can play completely uniquely to what your competitors are doing. And yeah, everyone thinks that they're unique and they're saving people time and all of those types of things, but that's not necessarily why people buy from you. You've got to go back to that Simon Sinek whole idea of like the why and show your personality and all of those types of things. I think is more important.
So the number 2 thing you said is website, and then going back to your website.
Oh yeah, don't talk about my website. Literally, my website is up at the moment, just as a business card, so that people
to keep you front of mind.
Yeah, exactly. Kept me front of mind, but just to show that I'm credible and there is a person here, and I've got an ABN. Stop looking at my website.
No, I'm off the website. I've read it all. It's I love the link between the domain name and the tagline you've got at the top. That's the main thing, right? So in your mind, how important is niching?
It depends what stage of your business growth you're at. So what I would say is if you don't know anything about the audiences, or like if you're launching a product for the first time, I would go out, launch with, a minimum viable product and spray and pray and see who's attracted to it. Mm-hmm. And then see how they use your product. And then as you start to collect that data, I would say absolutely start to focus it in on the specific, whether it's demographics, it's firmographics, or industries, depending on if you're B2C, B2B, and then go niche. And I think that's super important because people want to be people want to feel like you are there for them, like you are built for them. And if you can personalize their experience and make it feel as unique as they are, then you're going to be more successful than, the generalists. So there's also, like, from a niching perspective, there's another way to cut it, especially in the tech world, where there are people that are really au fait with technology and using technology in their day-to-day life. So when you're selling, a piece of tech to them, they're the people that are most ready to buy. And then there's a whole other segment of the market that is completely scared of things like cloud. They don't understand how technology works, etc. They're nowhere near ready to buy. So you can be warming them up and bring them on a journey to make them more comfortable so that they move into your buy segment. But you don't want to be spending all your money on those people because your sales cycle will be way too long. So I think niching, there's absolute benefit to it when you've got enough data. Go wide first and then really get segmented in your approach.